Hello, everyone. Leave a comment and make sure you say hello. Just letting some people log on. Oh, hi. Hi. Hi, Carrillo. Hi, Lorraine. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions today, and I'll do a reading or two, but I wanted to share with you, I have some events coming up, and I'm going to mention those. But one of my things I wanted to talk about was, are you psychic? Are you intuitive? And what clair are you? And I wanted to share with you, if you didn't know, I have a quiz on my website. It's a free quiz that talks about, like, what are your intuitive strengths? And it's a real easy 10 question. It has videos and graphics, real easy, real fun to find out which clair are you strong in. Are you strong in your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance? So I'm asking you now, which one do you think you are? Of all the clairs that I just mentioned, which one do you think that your strength is? I'm going to put a link here in the comment section, but go over and take my quiz. And you'll find the results that'll come to you right away and also come to you in an email. I'll post the links here on Facebook. And let's see. Right. Okay. So really, when you think you're claircognizant, right? Melissa says she's claircognitive. That's right, claircognizance. It's about having a knowing about events happening, but also having a knowing if you're practicing your psychic and mediumship abilities when you're doing a reading for someone. Claircognizance comes as, it's almost like well, once again, claircognizance is becoming very, very well known right now in this year and the last couple of years. It's really grown to be more of a stronger ability for other people. So you are right on schedule. If you feel you're claircognizant, I feel like it's opening up for a lot of people. Claircognizant is this knowing that just comes through, that it's almost like a mind to mind exchange of information. It's pretty neat. And if you don't feel like you're claircognizant, I'll give you some tips on how to open that up in just a moment. So what about everyone else? Are you claircognizant? Are you clairvoyant? Do you have those visions with your third eye? Do you hear with your clairaudience? Do you hear spirit? Do you hear messages and hear words? Do you feel? That's clairsentience. Do you have a clear feeling, a knowing, a feeling, a sensing is what I mean. When we're clairsentient, it's as if we feel the presence of spirit, of the spirit world. So I'm asking you, which one are you? You hear? Yeah. When you hear your clairaudient, and a lot of people are clairaudient. It's either you are clairaudient or you absolutely are not, which is interesting because I can also help you with training and exercises, how to open up those abilities for you. But as I said, I have a free quiz on my website and I encourage everyone to take it because it's so much fun. I just took it again yesterday, just, just because it was fun. You heard spirit. Right, clairaudience. Not only hearing, there's two things when you hear or see, excuse me, you can hear it objectively or subjectively. What does that mean? That means when you hear spirit, you can hear it inner, like I'm hearing an inner spirit connect with me, or if I'm thinking or hearing objectively, so I'm hearing it outside of myself. So objectively, I'm hearing it outside of myself, like when someone calls your name and you turn around and they're not there. That's your clairaudience opening up. That's spirit coming through for you to help you open up. What else? Is anyone clairvoyant? Right? Does anyone feel that they can see with their third eye? Let me know in the comments section. And is anyone clairsentient? That means that they feel a great deal. They're very sensitive, right? You feel not only other people's feelings, but you can feel and sense the spirit world. That's clairsentient. Some of us have only one ability, one psychic ability. Some of us only have one, that's fine. Some of us only have two. Some of us have all of them. And some of us, it rotates. A few months, you're very clairaudient, and then that shifts, and all of a sudden your vision is becoming much more expanded. That's because spirit is working with you. Spirit is working with those abilities, and they know that you want to open up. And you can ask your guides and angels, ask them for help to open you up, to help you be more clairvoyant, right? Or if it's clairaudient you're wishing for. And let us be clear that what this means, like what does clair mean when I say clairvoyance, clairaudience? Clair is French and it means clear. So you can clear hearing, clear seeing, clear feeling, clear knowing. You've also heard it conveyed to you as inner sight, right? Inner hearing, inner sense. I have this inner knowing about me. The same. There's also a couple of more that I won't share with you at the moment. I want you to get these 4 main ones down first. So which clair are you? Or which clair do you think you are? Do you think you're claircognizant? I'd love to hear in the comments section. Claircognizant is all about knowing, where you just know things. Things come to you in a thought or an inspired message. Are you clairvoyance? Do things come to you in a vision? Is it easy for you to see with your eyes closed, or is it easy for you to vision a picture or a movie going on in your mind, right? Are you clairaudient? Lots to think about. Also, are you clairsentient? Right? And on Instagram, someone says, nope, they're just hearing, and they've been woken up from sleep by a handhold. Well, you're probably clairsentient also, that you felt something, because not everyone would have felt that. So chalk that up on your list of strengths. You are clairaudient and clairsentient, where you sense spirit. So let me know in the comment section. I'm just going to check my phone here. I'm going to see if I have any messages from all of you on your lives that message me. Let me just see. Right now. Okay. Yes. So look, everyone, I'm offering a free quiz to help you. That's really why I'm on live today with you, is a lot of you follow me on my website, my newsletters, my social channels, and I so love that. And I always have to really ask you to follow and subscribe and like me on all those pages as well, the YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. But also to share with you, if you haven't been to my website lately, I have a free quiz. And it comes when I'll share the link right now. It comes right as a pop up window. So, right when you go to my website, it should pop up, right? And there is the quiz. It's a 10-question quiz. It comes with it's fun, right? It comes with videos and music. I mean, it's a fun quiz because that's how Spirit wants it to be for us. It shouldn't be hard or difficult or weary. You should know really right away. It really asks you, how do you receive your information? Because a lot of people don't realize as that they're clairvoyant. A lot of people never thought about it, or how do I even know that I'm clairvoyant, right? How would you know? And once again, how many abilities do you have? And having more doesn't mean that's a better thing. It's fun, but having one is fun. Being clairaudient and hearing spirit, or being clairvoyant and seeing messages or images from the spirit world is amazing. And if you want to increase uh, your portfolio, what have you, or your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities, to have as many clairs as you can, it is something you can ask spirit. I can help you open them up. I can teach you. I can give you some ideas on what would help, what's helped me. But also, it is between you and your guides, your angels. So that is something that is possible, because some people think, oh, I'll never be clairvoyant. I've never seen anything with my third eye. But I have to tell you, a lot of people are not sure. They don't know how to even test for that, or how to ask the questions to find that out, because it's new for everyone. Oh, I see. Sherry took the quiz. Hi, Sherry. And you are clairsentient. Very good. You're very clairsentient. And what does this mean? Clairsentient, once again, is clear feeling, clear sensing. So we can sense the presence of the spirit world around us. We can sense the presence of guides and angels, departed loved ones, ascended masters even. But we get a sense, right? We use that sense, that feeling is what that's all about. It's about opening your heart up and your solar plexus chakra to really understand that. A lot of people feel a lot, yeah. And not everybody does, though. Some people are very much an empath. Yeah, when they do this type of work. So I'm just sharing with you that you are probably, I mean, to even be with me on this call, you've already started opening up your abilities for clairvoyance, clairaudience. Now, I have a question for you. You know how you can tell if you're a lot of professions use their intuitive abilities. Would you agree? So if you're an architect, let's just say you're an architect or a designer, what ability would you be using, or what ability do you think you have? So I would say architects and designers, because they have to visualize, or even an interior decorator, when they walk into a blank room or an empty space, they have to actually visualize what it would look like. So what would that be if I asked you if you could answer that? What clair would that be if they had to visualize it? But that's just their profession. That's what they do naturally. But isn't that amazing that that is also an intuitive ability? So what ability would that be if someone could visualize and see? They could create in their mind's eye, so to speak. What clair would that be? I'll ask you that question and get you to repeat that. So as that's coming in, you can think of other professions, right? But we'll let you know that that first one, if you're an interior decorator, if you have to do anything with visualizing, with architect, about, it's like you're creating something out of nothing. So you have to imagine, and that would absolutely correct. You would be clairvoyant. You would be using that mind's eye, that third eye, to see, to imagine, to create. Now, what if you were a musician? What if you were a musician, and through the night in your dreams, or even just sitting at your keyboards or whatever instrument you played, even going throughout your day, you could hear notes coming through. You could hear a song being played. You could hear the rhythm. What would that be? What kind of clair would a musician have? Or I would say be really strong in? Yeah, they would be clairvoyant, but also they're hearing, right? So they're hearing, it's like hearing the inspiration coming through. Which clair would that be? Yes, that would be clairaudience, clear hearing. So when you look at people, your friends, your family, coworkers, and you find out what their interests are or what professions different people have, you have to know that everyone is using perhaps one of these abilities, but not knowing it and not calling it that. But that's really what it is, and it comes naturally. So if you're a teacher, we have lots of teachers right now on our live. What clair do you think you're strong in when you have students? What clair would you be really strong in that you would be open to? And let me know. So I'm on the live today, not only to share with you my events that are coming up. I have a small group reading happening in late August. I think it's August 28th on a Thursday. I have the link here in the comment section. I'll put it in again. But if you can join me, it's a small group reading. Everyone gets a reading. So see if you can join me. I have them every month. They're called my Circle of Love small group reading events. And they start at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. Yes, so you teach second graders. Yes, you would be you would be an empath for sure. You would be an empath for sure. And you would be very clairsentient. Absolutely. You would feel and sense that, like, read the room, right? You are reading the room of your students. How is everyone getting along? Are they learning? So, Erin, your sister is retired, but was a teacher, and she is an intuitive. It's incredible, to be a teacher. Thank you so much, teachers out there. But you really do have to understand that you are helping someone learn something they never know. So you have to, right, put yourself in their shoes kind of feeling, but that would be clairsentient, very intuitive. Absolutely, you would be empathic. So thank you for that. So I'm seeing your comments and I'm looking at dreams. So I did see a couple of questions about dreams. I saw a couple of questions about dreams. So I'm just going to look at Sherry. I'm going to look at your question because dreams look, if you really want to build your connection to spirit or deepen it, one way to go about it, you don't have to do this. These are suggestions because we really have to do what fits for us, what we're used to, what we enjoy doing. But remembering your dreams can be a big learning curve for you if you can practice on how to remember your dreams. Have a notebook and a pen by your bedside or have a tape recorder, on your phone. You can do a recording on your phone. And when you wake up, write it down, talk it out. That will help you remember your dreams. Because when you and I are sleeping and we're having dreams, we're learning, we're observing, we're visualizing, we're experiencing other realms. We're in an altered state. So there's a lot to learn. And if you can practice how your faculty works, if you can practice and understand and try to learn, which strengths you are. Number one, are you clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant? Those are the four major ones. There's more. But I was saying on my website, go there. I have a pop-up window. I shared with you the link to my website and mediumcheryl.com, or you'll see the pop-up window and you can take the quiz for free. And it's fun. It's easy. 10 questions. Easy. And you may have more than one Claire. So if you do feel like, yeah, I could take a couple of those for the answers, I could take A and B, or, A and C. I could then take the quiz again. You can take it again if you wish, just to see if, oh, I wonder if this means I'm clairaudient, you know, because I hear music. I feel like I hear spirit in my head, or I feel like I hear, someone giving me a message. That's clairaudient. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. I'm going to show this right now. Thank you so much, Aaron. I share my what I learn about the spirit world. I share my healing prayer circles. There's a lot to talk about with you guys. Like I have the radio show. We haven't even gone there yet because I do this radio show with the wonderful Kelly Eckhart. We are moving to another platform starting in September. So that's coming up. So we're just now getting rolling with that to get prepared to announce that. But we will be starting in September with a new radio show platform. And we want to invite you to that as well. It's going to be on Soul Search TV, just to kind of give you a hint if you haven't heard yet. But if you sign up for my newsletter or take the quiz, I'll be sending out reminders and letting you know. I think we're starting September 10th. I think that's our confirmed date, on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. But once again, I share everything I have, these types of gifts to help you understand the spirit world, my healing prayer circles, the radio show, lots of things I want you to learn about to help you live and manifest the beautiful life that you want, or that you are still wanting to attract. Yes, Claire. Yes, absolutely, Sherry. You're clairsentient and definitely an empath. Empath meaning very sensitive. Boy, empaths are pretty amazing because it's a superpower, right? Can you just understand that being an empath is truly an intuitive superpower? Um, you're an empath if you've grown up and people say, oh, you're too sensitive, and you take it as a negative, or it's not really meant to be a positive when you're hearing it. But it really is. Once you start learning that this is an intuitive ability, and by your nature, by your birthright, you have heightened sensitivity, right? It's heightened sensitivity. And with that comes knowing how and learning how to take care of yourself, how to take care of your energy field, right? When you're feeling drained, you have to learn how to replenish, rejuvenate, right? Getting enough sleep, all of those things. Really important, because your intuition can help you with investments, right? If you're in financing, it can help you with relationships. It can help you with job opportunities, on which job offer to take. Your intuition can help you understand more about you and other people and the world as a whole. It can keep you spiritually fit, I'd like to call it, or spiritually strong. How's that? Or vibrant, because sometimes the world can knock us down or knock us over, what have you. But we can certainly practice, because it is a practice. We every day, right? We try to do our best. We know that, and you can take care of yourself in those ways if you are aware of how to care for your energy field. Okay. So once again, I went through clairvoyance, I went through clairaudience, I went through claircognizance. Have I done clairsentience? Oh, that was for teachers. Yes. School teachers are clairsentient. Absolutely. Who else would be clairsentient, do you think? What other profession would there be people who are clairsentient? I would say nurses. Nurses are probably very giving, compassionate people, right? EMTs, very compassionate, probably have a lot of empathy for people or sympathy. So I would bet that nurses are pretty clairsentient, among other intuitive abilities. All right. So Lorraine on Instagram. Hi, Lorraine. Let's see if I can post it for everybody. If they can't see your post, let's see if I can get this for everybody here. Lorraine, I left out the L, so excuse me. But your name is Lorraine. Hi, Lorraine. My husband knew I believed and he has come to me numerous times. I want to expand and I want to know if he is okay. Well, Lorraine, I mean, this is such a beautiful message that you are actually affirming to your husband in this very moment that you are, and you're validating that you know he has come to you numerous times. And when we tell our loved ones that, when we say, I acknowledge, I know you're with me. Thank you for being with me. What happens when we say that to our loved ones, when we say that to the universe, they they send us more reasons to know that they're here. They send us more things to be grateful for. Yes, your husband is okay. I do feel him uh, really having a very close relationship with you when you guys were living, or when he was living, excuse me, meaning, I mean, when I feel him, I feel like he's like joined with you side by side, right? Joined by you side by side. Very funny gentleman. He's like, we have our ups, Cheryl, and we have our downs, but we never let go of one another. And I also hear music coming through for him. So, yeah. Didn't know I would be doing a reading today, but I'm doing a reading, and I'll do another reading if you guys aren't going to ask me. I really wanted to come online and tell you about my live events and to share with you. I have a free quiz on my website, and maybe you aren't aware of it. It's very popular, by the way. It's called, I have it, oops. It's called What's Your Strong Suit, right? That we all have intuitive and psychic abilities. What's your strong suit? Go to my website, pop-up window right there on the homepage, and you take your intuitive psychic abilities test. All right. Okay. It's funny. And it gives you, it's like multiple choice. I'm looking at one of the screens now. It says, you are at a crossroads and you need to make a decision. Where's the default way you go about doing it? Okay, so how do you go about making your decisions? Think about this and tell me, do you listen to your inner voice when you want to make a decision? Do you sit with your choices to feel which one feels best, right? Do you see yourself, playing out those decisions like two different directions so you can see the outcomes? Do you do that? Or when you need to make a decision, do you think about it and then think about it logically, like practicality? Which one is the better one? So this is like the quiz. We're taking the quiz right now. So think about, how do you make your decisions? Okay. I also have another, let me open this up here. Excuse me. I have another event coming up I want to share with you. It's with Suzane Northrop. Here it is. It's with Suzane Northrop. And let's see here. If I don't tell you, because this is a special one, and I'll tell you why it's special, is because it's buy a ticket, bring a friend for free. That sounds pretty good, right? Buy a friend, buy a ticket, bring a friend for free. So buy one, get one. I'm going to share with you the link right now. And sorry, it's taken me a minute. Here it is. It's happening September 23rd, 3:30 in the afternoon Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. I'm going to share the link with you right now. I have it in my header of this live, but I'm going to share the post with you right now. It's really a great event. Suzane and I have so much fun just because I love seeing her. I love working with her. She's an amazing medium. But it's September 23rd. It's an online event. So if you want to invite your friends and you don't live in the same town, they can join us on Zoom. So find out more of the details on the link I posted. I'm sharing with you. It's happening September 23rd. It's an audience readings. It's called Messages from Spirit. It's with myself and Suzane Northrop. Buy a ticket, bring a friend for free. That's a pretty good deal. And if you just want to come and watch, or if the person you invite just wants to come and watch, that's perfect. Just come and experience the energy of the spirit world. You can watch two mediums work and give healing messages. Maybe not everyone will be able to get a personal message, perhaps. From Suzanne or myself, we'll work as much as we can during this time frame, but everyone goes out of there feeling so much better. And maybe you will receive a message from spirit, right? Maybe you will get validation from spirit. Yeah, Aaron, you can bring your sister. Absolutely. And the details are on the link I just sent. So you can find out how to email and get the second ticket. I love doing those events with Suzanne. We love doing them. We do them around Christmas time. We do them, I don't know, middle of the year. We're doing them right now, coming up in September, because we love seeing each other. We both have busy schedules. So it's kind of our time and our way of giving back, because it helps people. It kind of brings in more light into the planet, but also it brings more light into your life to know that your loved ones are with you and they're around. Okay. So does anyone, oh, I see so many more people have joined me. Thank you so much for joining, Katie and I am, and Olive Berg. Thank you for joining and healing. Mariki and Lady Luck joined. I was telling everyone about my quiz on my website, mediumcheryl.com. Go to my website and take that 10 question quiz on which Claire is your strong suit. It's free. It's a pop-up window right when you go to my homepage. It pops up, free to take, easy, 10 questions, multiple choice. It's got beautiful graphics. Put a lot of thought into the questions, by the way, because we want to make sure that you understand the questions to find out, are you clairvoyant? Are you clairsentient? Do you think you're claircognizant? Which, by the way, is opening up a lot in the world right now. A lot of people are becoming more claircognizant, meaning claircognizant is a clear knowing. So we have these great insights. We just know things without even any information, like it drops in as a thought. It's claircognizant. And you can have a couple of intuitive abilities, by the way. You can have all four. You could have claircognizance, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and I have yet to mention the other two. I'll mention them to you now. They're not on my quiz, but they are two that I use, that I love using, actually. And believe me, I don't control my readings. The spirit world helps me understand that they are sending me that cologne to smell, or they are sending me that fragrant flower to smell. So smelling or sense would be not clairsentient, which we think it would be, but it's called clairalience. Then there might be another name for it, but it's called clairalience. It's the intuitive ability to scent, to smell what spirit is sending you, which could be your grandmother's coming through. She made an amazing pasta sauce. I can smell it in the kitchen. It's amazing, right? Or you could smell the Old Spice, right? Or whatever cologne that was, that fragrance that your loved one would wear. Or you could smell the beautiful flowers. You could even smell what else? Cigarette smoke, cigar smoke. You know, there's also another Claire that I haven't mentioned. It's not on my quiz, but Claire Alience is smelling, but clair tasting is clairgustance. You could smell your taste your grandmother's pasta sauce too. So I've used clairgustance many times to taste not only foods, but to taste if they took medicine, for example. If your loved ones took a lot of medicine, sometimes it's interesting that you taste that nickel taste, or you taste a little bit of medicinal in your mouth. So think of that. That's clairgustance. Very interesting how spirit works. Spirit will come to you however they can get the message across to you. And if they can get it through sending you something to smell like a cologne, because they wore cologne all the time, then come on in, right? But if you're not open to the idea that you can receive information that way, then maybe you wouldn't acknowledge it when it happened, or doubt would set in and say, not sure why I'm smelling cologne, because they haven't given it to me in my ear yet, or they haven't shown me a vision of it, or they haven't, put it in my thought, or that I don't feel it. No, they're working with you another way. Spirit is very smart. They're very intelligent. The intelligence of the spirit world. And it's a continual learning process, right? Continual learning. Um, yes. So thank you. I do see your messages coming in. So once again, when you open your clairs up, and you don't have to do this as a profession, you could just do this for your own benefit. A lot of people want to learn mediumship or develop their psychic intuitive abilities, which I teach both. But also they want to just learn it for themselves. They want to connect to their loved ones, or they want to connect to their guides. I mean, this is why we teach it, so you can connect to your own loved ones. And then if you feel called to help others, or give other people readings, then that would be a professional level. But really, the heart of the matter here, the message that I want to share with all of you, is that you can develop your abilities. Even if you don't think you have them, or if you want to make them stronger, you can develop them and make them stronger. If you think about your clairs, your psychic abilities, okay, if you think about these abilities that we're talking about today as a muscle on your body, take it as your bicep. Say you go to the gym, right, 3 times a week, what have you, and you exercise, you will develop those muscles. Just like your intuition, if you practice your intuitive abilities with exercises that help you develop, which I teach and other mediums teach beautifully, um, then you can learn. And these practices or exercises, I can share some of them with you now. I mean, like, I know a lot of you do this, so we already know that you're practicing. For example, who calls on the phone, right? When you hear the phone ring, if some of you are still picking up your calls right away, but when the phone rings, who is it, right? You always think, who's that calling? Oh, that sounds like my mom's call. I bet that's her on the ringer, right? Or my boyfriend, or whoever that is. Also, when you get the bill, the grocery bill, do you ever guess to see what that amount is before it's handed to you? Or if there's numbers or answers, do you ever guess ahead of time? You think you're guessing, but you're really maybe asking for an intuitive message to come. Those are ways of practicing your intuition, and lots more ways. But these are easy things that we all do to share with you, that it's an excitement. It's a natural ability. Once again, you can develop it with practice. And if you think about it, it's like playing the piano. Some people need to learn and start from the beginning. Some people are more natural, and they maybe pick up on it easier, but it doesn't mean one's better than the other. It just means that everyone, it may take some people a little bit longer. It may take people not as long, but it really happens in divine timing, and we want to trust that. I'd love to do a reading for someone if you have a question. So once again, I have those 2 events coming up, sorry. I have 2 websites. Again, I said it. I have 2 events. I have my Circle of Love reading August 28th, and then I have September 23rd with Suzane Northrop. Please, the events are on my website at mediumcheryl.com. You can also find out more information through my emails if you sign up for my newsletter. Yes. Will your son's house sell soon? Sell soon. Okay. I don't know about these S's. Lots of S's. Okay. But we'll get it. Okay. All right, Kathy. Katie, excuse me, the way you spelled it. Katie, let's post this for everyone to see your question. Katie is saying, will my son's house sell soon? Say that 3 times fast. So I did feel, just to tell you, Katie, I did feel a different realtor, and I'm wondering if your son, if this is like a second realtor he's working with. So if you can help me or validate that, I did feel working with another realtor. I also want to say there's something that I'm picking up intuitively, Katie, about your son's house will sell, but there was a little resistance around the selling because it felt a little bit sentimental. And believe me, if we are holding on, if our houses aren't selling, it could be many reasons. But sometimes when one spouse wants to sell and the other spouse really doesn't want to move, I mean, it's the energy of the home can feel that. Same realtor over a year. So I'm just saying, Katie, I do feel selling the house soon, but I felt stepping back and reevaluating um, the realtor. And it's not to say anything against the realtor. It's as if is your son's home like on the front page? It's like that part of it, right? Is it on the front page? Is it being put out there as much as it can? That type of feeling, that reevaluation, I'm asking you to look at, right? I hope that helps. All right, thank you for your question. So this was a mini reading. Let's just see here. I have another Instagram, Napa16. I'm just going to, and Katie, is he moving closer to you? I'm wondering. And I'm going to get on to Napa16. Hi, Napa. And I'm going to post your question here because this is a good question for everyone. Here's Napa. I'm starting to see energy, especially at night. Are those angels or deceased loved ones? Well, my first question back to you is what do you think it was? Who do you feel it was? It's because it's important that I'm working with your intuition and I'll share with you mine. But who do you think it was? Oh, hi, Nicole. I feel it, just to tell you, I'm waiting for you to validate, but I feel it was more deceased loved ones around you. I think you do have angels, but I feel for some reason our deceased loved ones come to us more in our dream state or the altered state. I mean, angels do. I don't want to say they don't. But for some reason, departed loved ones find it, from what I've learned and experienced as a medium, their presence is more evident when they come to you at nighttime or in the dream state, because then you're in an altered state. Oh, look, I feel my parents and my angels. Good for you. I feel angels come around more when I'll just say angels come around more when we ask them to come around. I think your departed loved ones are asking that you sense them because they are coming around. That's why you're feeling that. And you're clairsentient, by the way. We have to acknowledge that because right now you're saying that you see energy. So what clair would that be if you see energy? Because that's what you're saying in the statement. I see energy, especially at night. So if you're seeing which clair, because that would tell you which clair is one of your strengths. Hmm. Yes, you are. You are clairvoyant. You have that inner sight. So yes, absolutely, 100%. And when you see them, here's a good question, right? When you see them, do you see them in your mind's eye, or do you see, which is subjective, or do you see them objectively, like outside of you? Now, no, either one is good. Neither one is better than the other. It's just to teach you how amazing you are as an intuitive and to show you the different ways that we can receive information. And when we learn about, oh, I always receive it, in my mind's eye, Cheryl, I don't know why, but it always comes, then that's great. Then that's how spirit will always work with you. Now, they may change it because spirit always wants us to be as good as we want to be. But for now, You're very clairvoyant. Okay, very good. I see. Okay. Nicole is saying that she sees animals in her mind's eye, not yet people. But isn't that amazing? I mean, the things that you are seeing are amazing, and animals are, boy, we're going to get on another live call soon because we've got to talk about animals. But animals are an amazing teacher and guide. They're spirit guides. They're healing. They do so many things for us. They have so much unconditional love. So thank you that you even see animals. It's truly amazing. All right, everyone. I just want you to head over to my website if you haven't taken that quiz, and you can take it again if you want, because maybe you want to find out if some of those answers, maybe you're also clairaudient and clairvoyant or what have you. So no worries there. Also, I have those two main events coming up in the month of August 28th. I have my small group reading event, Circle of Love. It's on my website. I'll share it with you in a newsletter that's happening once again the 28th at 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern. And then if you can, bring a friend, buy a ticket, bring a friend for free with Suzanne and I. Amazing, online September 23rd with messages from Spirit. That link is also available here in this feed that we're on today. You can go to Suzane Northrop website.com. Her website's there. She has the event posted. I have it on my events page. She and I are probably going to be doing a live here soon. So if you can meet her, if you haven't met Suzane yet, amazing, amazing medium. But for everyone, it's great to be here. All my love. Guys, take care. I'll see you again real soon. Namaste. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful week. I will be back Sunday with my healing prayer circle. So if you haven't joined my healing prayer circle, you can do that through my website. Right now, it's free to join. We'd love to have you there, be a part of it. And yeah, I'll try to come back on live later this week and we'll talk about the animals. Okay, Nicole? So stay tuned with that. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.